Hey guys, welcome to part three of mine and Dan's discussion about his Hero Wars chart. We're talking about doing some consolidating on the Hero Wars Central channel community. Not sure how exactly, but I think what I'm going to do is actually bring Dan on to be a resource full time. He's been talking about consolidating his stuff across different Hero Wars pages for a while, and I think this would be a good opportunity for me to have him as a resource available to maybe moderate some of the discussions that goes down, and instead of having questions being asked all over the place, we could have a central location where everything can be asked at once. So this is part three. It's going to be a little bit longer, but I want to finish it because I want to get to other videos. So apologize for this one being a little bit longer, but I didn't want to break it into a fourth part. So I hope you've enjoyed these, and if you haven't, please let me know why in the comments below. I know a lot of you didn't like the audio. The audio has been garbage. I think I fixed that. And if you do like this, parts about this, and if you could just let me know why. There is more to this discussion. We actually cut it off because we were talking at this point for about two hours, pretty late into the evening. So there is going to be more to this. Basically the bottom half of the chart, but we haven't recorded that yet as of the time of this video being posted. So hopefully we're going to get to that pretty soon. Until then, enjoy this video, and thanks for watching.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Chabba, we talked about briefly. So when your enemy has a tank that's really annoying you, and the next guy is really weak. Sometimes I do this in max mode. I wouldn't make Chabba my main tank. He is the highest magic defense tank in the game at max. He gets shredded up by Ishmael pretty good, but if you swallow the enemy's tank, such as a Staroth, now a Staroth can't resurrect while he's swallowed, but you get Ishmael to go through and hit that second rank, that might be a nice way to clear out King Mao, King Mao, who can do a lot of damage from that second rank, right? But she's relatively low health, so it might be a nice way to get to her without having to maybe slice through Cleaver, who takes a really long time to kill. Darkstar has a really interesting use. She can flip an enemy around to attack itself. So if you ever get to Nordland there in Chapter 11, the enemies do that. They turn your heroes around. So sometimes it might be fun to turn the enemy around, and that's really what you use Darkstar for. I think there's other marksmen all around, but that is a unique and fun ability.
You can look through skills, you can see that she's more like the damage output on her abilities is just not that. It's not that high, and it's designed to be that high because she's more of a support control than a marksman. She is a marksman, but it's. I'm actually doing a Darkstar video that goes live tomorrow. Well, by the time you guys watch this video, it came out 2 days ago. But I really one of Darkstar's skins is one of my favorite skins in the game, actually. So,
the Nordic, yeah. The Arctic, yeah. Judge, I'll admit this. I passed on Judge on every account. I don't see him anywhere. Yeah. I'm sure someone's using him. I just don't want to speak to him. He's just not very popular. Maya, if you were having a wedding and needed a flower girl, there you go. I found one use for her. So Fox, like I said, I found a niche. Some teams use Jew, who targets the rear rank, and they rely on him to be the primary killer. And there's a lot of good builds with Jew. Mm-hmm. I do find Maya in second when you have Jorgen in the back and Martha, heroes that take a long time to kill behind her, right? That reverse tank team. So now you got Maya probably in second position. She tends to mess up Jew over time in a battle like that. Her thing is she does move and rearrange the enemies. So at some point, that's going to combo with someone that's going to cause damage when enemies get pushed. Right. So she's more of a rearranger than a pusher. So she's not really. She can kind of randomly help you do proximity damage with certain attacks, but it somehow. The hero that she's going to combo well with, I believe, is yet to be in the game. I kind of put her in the same category as Thea. Upgrade this healer as soon as you can to one of the later ones.
Sure.
I always thought, on paper, Celeste Maya together should be great synergy, great combo. I haven't seen the effectiveness that I was hoping for.
Yeah, I like Celeste a lot, but I think that she works best with a second healer.
Yeah, with Martha in particular, or Dorian. Yeah. Celeste is really good at a kind of like a Staroth when he's shunting damage for your lowest health person. She's healing your lowest health person. They are really good at dragging somebody along a little bit longer than they have business being there. So if the person's going to convince me that Daredevil's great, they probably need a Staroth and Celeste there to drag along that, I think it's lowest health in the game. Just a pathetic marksman that can do a lot of damage, right? So that kind of shows you what those heroes can do, is extend the life of those otherwise dead, low health heroes. Ishmael is a very low health hero. He got a health skin, made him a lot more useful. He also has vampirism, makes him really useful. Ishmael is the quintessential hero to test the enemy's front line. He's going to hit that front line really hard. He's just the best. So a lot of times, people get way up there with their fancy mage team with Krista in front, and people get stuck playing in that mindset where they don't have a true tank. Krista can stall Ishmael. He's weak to magic attack, and the twins can usually kill him. So there's like an artificial comfort level there. But when people move out of that and they're not using a regular tank, you just usually can run over them with Ishmael, a properly supported Ishmael. We talked about Fox, Nebula, Ishmael in the middle, Staroth, and Martha there. There's many builds for Ishmael. They're all pretty good. He combos well with Zuri. Zuri is a tank that decides to not be a tank for 25% of the time she's out there. She buries her head in the sand.
Right.
If you time it right, Zuri goes into the sand. Ishmael sprouts his wings, which means his attack speed increases. He can effectively tank while he's burning his energy from his ultimate. So there's nice synergy there. Rufus, he's a magic shield. He's a ton of health. Usually, when he's effective and he's got his shield up, he usually just becomes the last one alive. I don't know. I don't particularly care for him. I know there's uses for him. I don't think he's terrible. I still would prefer a Staroth or Galahad over Rufus. I just don't see a need to get off a starting tank for him. Mm-hmm. Marcus,
I think Rufus is handy. I think I used him in order to get past the Archdemon, actually.
Yeah, there probably are some uses for him along the way, but I don't know. He's not my favorite. I'm sure he's going to help later in Chapter 11 and stuff too. But I think you have to compare him as a tank over what if I just put all those extra resources into Staroth or Galahad. And I just think you're just better suited with those starters. Someone will prove me wrong. There will be some conditions for it, but I think Galahad and the Staroth are more general purpose, and Rufus is a little more niche.
Agree.
Marcus is just he's not armored enough, and he doesn't heal enough for his role, right? Being that secondary tank for Luther who jumps away. Marcus's thing about making a hero temporarily invincible, well, that got overshadowed when they released Martha, and Martha heals more the further away a tank is, so Martha Luther is a better combo than Marcus Luther. But the vulnerability can be used nicely. I definitely know that there's times some people have used them in the campaign to get past stuff. I just don't think it's a worthwhile investment of your resources. I really want to know someone who's taken Marcus Luther, that developer's combo video, to the extreme and had success. In Arena. I want to see it. I haven't seen it. Leon is the answer we want, but falls short. And I'll explain that. So right now we love Bob, we love Lars, I love Kira. All this AoE penetration damage, right? Orion falls into that category too. You have all this damage. Well, Lian puts them to sleep, right? And as long as Lian is with a team of heroes that are concentrating their attacks on one target, they sleep for 8 seconds on our ultimate. They do nothing until they're attacked. So what you really want to do is take 8 seconds of charging away from those AoE attackers. I mean, that really is how you stop them, right? So you want a team where it's Lian, it's Jorgen, it's Phobos. You want a team where it's a star off. They're really draining energy, and they're putting them to sleep, and they're stunning them, whatever. But Phobos attacks random targets, so that's going to wake them up. Jorgen curses random targets. That's going to wake them. See, it's the hero we want. We want that answer to these AoE attackers, but it's just I don't see the synergies here yet. But that's kind of Lian's thing, is that 8 second delay. So if you were to put all your eggs in one basket like Ishmael, and you're going to boost them with Nebula, so Nebula's attacking through Ishmael, and Jet is boosting Ishmael, and everyone's hitting that front line, and then you put Lian in there, you do have a good team there. So Lian does have a use, but a lot of people pass on Lian. Lian also may have the highest composite armor and magic defense. So not necessarily health, but very high armor and very high magic defense. Usually you have one or the other, or you have one in health. Lian has both, very high, which is really interesting. So Lian survives. Maybe there's a good timeout team there.
Just to finish up the shops.
Just finish up. Why don't we just pick our starting hero? If we had to pick teams in green, right? Let's say you and I were building our teams, right? And we're only using green heroes at this point.
Only green heroes, okay.
Because I think what we should do in the next part is do our trade-off. Who do we drop when we want to put in Jorgen? Who do we drop when we want to put in Kirk? Who do we drop for Neb? I think that helps people focus on their heroes. When if they know they want to go Lars Krista, you're probably going to pass on a lot of those heroes until you get to Lars Krista, kind of thing. So I think we should just do this for fun. We should each make a starting hero team, and then when we go into the next part, we drop off those heroes. Maybe we should limit ourselves to 4 or 5 exchanges. 5 would be a whole new team, so what's the point? Maybe we limit it to 3 exchanges and see where we go. And I'm gonna do an Ishmael team. Please don't take Helios, because I'll be dead.
Well, Helios is yellow anyway.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do the whole Ishmael, Fox, Astaroth. God, I gotta pick 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Galahad. And what the heck? Give me Lian. We were just talking about that. Let's see what happens there.
Let's see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna do. Let's see. I was gonna do Aurora for fun, but now
Daredevil, Dante Lilith. Come on.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do Astaroth for my tank. I'm gonna do Heidi.
Nice. Now I want to lose.
Do what now?
Now I want to lose.
Yeah.
Pick Heidi.
Let's do. I'm gonna do. I guess Thea and Phobos. I've been thinking about this for a minute. I was actually gonna not use any of the shop heroes, but since you are, I think I might swap.
Well, the reason why I put these shops in green versus the other ones in yellow is you usually get these and unlock these really early. So
yeah,
at this point, when you're picking these heroes, you typically haven't invested too much in. And if you really focus on your tanks, Astaroth, Galahad to go, there's no way you're going to have 5 of those starting heroes really strong by the time you really can summon and collect these heroes pretty decent. So that's kind of why I have them all in the green. These are the easiest ones to really get started with early in the game. Outland Shop is in yellow because it's at the expense of skin stones. Right, that's the best source for skin stones. So now, am I collecting a hero or 2 or 3 at the expense of skin stones? And you really need those skin stones for your top 5. The Elemental Tournament Shop, it's at the expense of scrolls or artifacts, cores. So that's really at the expense of upgrading your artifacts for your top 5. Guild War Shop, there's just a ton of stuff you can get in there. Titan potions. There's just a lot. Skins, champion skins. There's a lot in Guild War Shop, so the price to pay for these yellows is a little higher. Chapter 9, Chapter 11, Chapter 14, you just don't get to them till later. So by the time you have Peppy, you've invested a lot in those green heroes already. So that's why you have to weigh a little bit harder. Do I want to jump onto Peppy or Lars?
Right.
The Souls Shop is usually there's some good items there. They recently redid all the shops. There's good items in all the shops now. So maybe Jet was just someone that you don't have access to until later because you need to absolute star heroes before you unlock his shop. Heroic bundle heroes, you probably only want to pick one, or you might want to use your chests that you get once a month for one of your other heroes that you've identified for your top 5. So you really got to weigh that out. Obviously, Cleaver is a hope and a dream, and some gems to get.
I would love to get Cleaver. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do Astaroth, Heidi. Let's do Astaroth, Heidi, Darkstar, Phobos, and Thea.
Interesting. Very nice.
It's a different lineup than I think that I would ever use, and I don't think it's going to be very effective. But I really want to make Heidi work. I really want to make Heidi work.
You do Lars, Krista, Jorgen, Heidi, Martha.
Say again?
Lars, Krista, Jorgen, Heidi, Martha.
Lars, Krista. I'm going to try this. Jorgen.
Heidi is just there, okay, but...
She's just there. Okay, all right.
It's more a testament to how good Lars Krista are. But yeah, there's some good synergy there.
Okay. I might try that. I might try that on some team fights tonight. Lars Krista, Jurgen, Heidi. Okay. All right. Cool. So what we'll do is this is over an hour now. So I'll chop this up a little bit, and like I said, I'll post it. Maybe I'll do Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I'll post it Saturday, Sunday, and then next week we can record more. I'm actually traveling this weekend. We're leaving for the holiday week, for the long weekend, which is why I really wanted to get this done this week.
Yeah, stretch it out if you want. Stretch it out for 2. We can get back in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? If you have enough material for 2 episodes, stretch it out.
I think, given what we've covered just on the basic green, I think we're going to have up to 4 about this. Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. But I mean, it's after 10, and I know it's after 11 there, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know my windows are really short, but let's however you want to break it out. If you want to do it, we can pick another night. I got a long day ahead tomorrow.
Right.
I don't want to cut it short. I would easily go another hour on the rest of this. It's just, it starts getting interesting when we get into the yellow because we're comparing. When we really look at it from the trade-off, that's what will make this video really valuable. We're saying green light, you'll max these ones first. And I'm sure somebody can go on and make an exception and spend gems or whatever. But in general, these are realistically the ones you're going to be invested in. And now you got to start making tough decisions. Who's coming out? And, the real main takeaway is that it's not worth switching your tank. Pick one of those starting 2 tanks and take them to the end.
Mhm.
It's just not worth it.
Yep.
And I've just recently gotten Cleaver to my second strongest hero, and every day I wish it was a Staroth. Every day.
He is pretty good though. He's pretty good.
But I think we call it, and we'll pick it up next time. And I hope this is good so far.
Yeah,
I think
it's definitely good. I think
this will be valuable.
People want to take the time to listen to it. I think it's going to be very valuable. Saving a lot of time asking questions. But right on. I'm going to get off here. Let you get to bed. I believe my family's gone to bed without me, so I'll go join them.
All right, I'll catch you later, Charles.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.